porque ahorita nos corren. Hello.
Y'all visited?
Yeah.
Do y'all send it to one home or what name is
Se van a tomar su temperatura. My ideology is a project that I started around September of 2019. It was my last year of art university and I really wanted to get things going with my projects. I was actually really excited to start that. Over the summer I actually came up with a few ideas and things like that for me to make. I wanted to be a little bit ahead of time, knowing that my sculptures take quite a bit of time to get done, and so it was my priority to come up with ideas way beforehand. I did start this project around September after I had gathered the main material that I needed for this project, and that was stone. I had gone through quite a bit of trouble with one of my friends to get this piece of stone, and so I definitely didn't think that I would be making anything else besides these female figures. However, not everything goes as planned. And when I started working on this drawing for my lithograph class, I fell in love with it. It was very similar to something I had done before for another pre-making class, and it just called out to me. And the more I worked on it, the more these ideas emerged and all of these different textures and just sizes, and I started seeing it as an actual sculpture. I saw this giant wooden figure carved beautifully with all of these movements, signs of lightness, like the idea of like it being a solid thing. I was getting excited about it. This idea was something that really inspired me, that made me want to push myself. I had at that point determined that I wanted it to be all wood, which is a material that I had never worked on before, and a material that I was kind of scared of attacking because there's a lot behind wood. However, this professor, gave me this one option, and they were basically like, present us with an idea and this material is yours. And that happened to be a cherry wood log. The reason why this sculpture means a lot to me has to do with the simple fact that I went from working on a piece that was around 10 to 12 inches to a sculpture that by the end of finishing it was almost 8 feet. I never had worked large scale like that. The biggest sculpture that I had made before this one was another bird, and it was again different materials. It had metal, wood, plaster, different kinds of wood. The plaster was painted, the metal was welded. There was a lot into it. It was the biggest I had gone, and I suddenly just made this jump, and I was confident and comfortable about it. I was determined to get it done because I don't know, it was the first time that I've ever felt like that for a sculpture. It has now been maybe 4 days since I put my work up on the gallery walls. And I can't believe I did it. There is so much more to this piece that, like installing things, like it's the first giant installation that I've put on a wall. It's a wall piece, which is something that I never thought I would make. But there's like so many things. Like I never thought I would make a wall piece. I never thought I would make a sculpture out of wood that was this big. I never thought that I would be making a piece this big this earlier in my career. I had talked one of my friends, Suji, who was in studio a lot with me towards the end of everything. Herself was working on her own sculptural piece, and so she would come into the stone room and we would hang out in there, eat our lunch in there, just like chill. And we understood the pressure, we understood our time, and everything just needed to be good enough. But I think at the end, while installing, the one thing that we worried about the most was the sustainability of our installation piece. Mine was a Z clip on the back of my sculpture. I accidentally ended up buying the wrong thing, and so I had to weld and drill holes into my own metal Z clip, and that was something that I didn't think I would do, but I did. I did it in a few hours, and and I didn't think it would hold. My professor was like, "It will hold. You don't have to worry." But he was so chill with both of us about it, and it was just like, it was just crazy to actually put it on the wall and seeing it there.
Okay. I mean, it might be possible that we need to bring it off there a little bit, but, well, it might be, well, it's the same thickness as this. Right. Well, let's try it. You know what I mean? It's possible. Oh, watch out. Stand it up. Okay. Okay. Now. One, two, three. Just here. Okay. Now, step back. Well, it's on. It's definitely on. Pretty good. Yeah. It's on there. We just need to slide it this way, right?
Almost like a trail of flowers.
That was weird.
Like on her hair and it's right there. So there's some things that aren't quite obvious, so I was like, your paintbrush
before I slide in.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna remember how to. I know exactly the right spot.
Really?
I love this one.
So you'll need to pee a little bit there. Here. There, that looks good. You did it. I didn't do anything. You did it. Looks good. Make sure Brian fits that.
It held. It worked. It was on the wall. It like and it just made the experience like so much better.
There, that looks good.
There's just so much more to making art, and I just grew as an artist. My confidence just went up. My experience went up. Everything went up with this sculpture. It embodies everything that I learned while working on this piece, everything that I went through the time that I was working on this piece, between the time that I started it to the time that I finished. It doesn't really hit me the amount of work that I did because it just went by so fast, but I'm definitely proud of myself, and I don't think that's something that I could say often about me. I think art school really teaches you to find out what type of artist you are, and I have found out that I'm the type of artist who will take up to 6 months to finish a project. No, yo después te tomo el plan.
Ay, aquí sí veo bien los semáforos en verde.
Oh, sí,
Sí, pero no los había visto. Checa esto.
Sí, se ven también.
No, es que no entiendes.
Excuse me.
Oh, sí.
Este es de mi amiga. Dice todos los problemas que pasaron este año.
Todo lo que dice, todos los problemas de este año en el periódico.
Este es de mi amigo. Oh, sí. Yo ni siquiera sabía qué es lo que hizo este año. Oh, interesante. Avatars. Este me gusta. Oh, sí. Los del tabaco. Y los que toman.
Tequila.
Los que toman. 100 por ese ganó. Pero por esto lo está vendiendo. Recién. Mi tía todavía está allá. Hola, tía. Estos son de mi amiga también. Estos son de María.
Eso se ve que está hecho un nudo, pero tiene su... su...
Laura. Oh my God. Wait, can I give you a hug? Can I give you a hug?
¿Qué pasó? Te ves gorgeous.
Thank you. Oh my God, we're all wearing black. Hi, Brian. Oh my gosh, I like your work. I did not know what you made.
Monsters.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know it was yours. I like looked and I was like, this looks like my friend's work. And then I looked and it was yours.
My
and I
name's
was
on
like,
all the posters.
oh, is it?
Branster's Wonderland of Strange.
Oh, I don't know.
Of course you don't like that.
I didn't read anything. I
Oh.
was just like, what?
Just looking through.
Hubieras dejado tu... Estás tomando video.
Se me olvidó que te estás tomando video.
Precioso, o sea que fíjate que se roba mucho. Mucha la atención.
¿En la casa qué? My God. Es ahí. Este es ahí. I've been advertising your work. Oh my, and my mom
Hola,
loved
mucho
it.
gusto.
Sí.
Diana es una gran amiga. Estamos admirando
Gracias.
tus pinturas. Wow. Gracias.
Sí.
Yo vi esto anteayer porque no había visto lo que había hecho. Está hermoso. Es que me encantó el triángulo.
A mí también. Yo cuando
Como
lo
que me la estoy
puse,
imaginando si no lo hubiera tenido. Y, wow.
sad. No, eso fue porque gracias al print.
Me
Porque
imaginaba
yo
que te
cuando,
basaste.
porque yo cuando hice el dibujo, le dije something's missing a Ron y le puse un triángulo porque yo soy obsesionada con los triángulos y perfect. Y entonces también lo tuve que hacer aquí. Y cuando lo puse el triángulo, yo estaba como, se veía tan bueno así, nada más bonito con el triángulo.
Oye, suelta la sopa.
I've been taking a video